Hey YouTube, this is Mr. Penguin, and welcome back to more Asagao Academy. We're doing the Jacques route, perhaps the most insane route, and we're on our way to pick up Jacques because he's been left in our care. Hana's been exhibiting some weird needs with Jacques, and I say needs, I mean needs. Like, I'm not sure I trust her with Jacques, even though Jacques trusts her with Jacques. But we're gonna find out what she does when she's left alone to see how this goes. I just checked and we're about halfway through, and last episode we started before the upgrade scenes, so maybe we're gonna end in this episode. We'll see. With pounding heart, I fit the key into the lock and turned the knob. The door unlocked with a rather heavy click, and I stepped into the room. The room was just as dirty as I remembered it. Clothing littering the floor and stagnant feel. There was a difference this time, however. A light glowed in one corner of the room. Jacques stood in a little metal contraption, an odd humming sound filling the air. A wire was plugged somewhere around his bottom. In his cloaca. And his eyes were flashing colors, multiple different colors. I had no idea they weren't inherently red. I crept over to the machine, following his wires with my eyes. They plugged right into John's computer. So I wiggled his mouse around a bit until the screen woke up. Upgrade, 89%. Good, so it wasn't done yet. That meant Jacques was safe, and I wasn't going to have to bring an utterly destroyed Jacques to a heartbroken John. Whoops. I watched as data rolled across the screen, numbers and symbols that didn't make any words I could understand. Where did Jacques come from, anyway? I glanced over it and my heart skipped a beat. It said there was nothing like looking at the person you loved when they were sleeping. Your face was free of worry, completely vulnerable and innocent. I didn't understand what people meant by that until now. Jacques looked so calm, so cool. I swallowed. He wasn't on, so he wouldn't remember anything that happened, right? I reached out a trembling hand and with a feather-like touch ran my finger down his face and over his beak. The computer pinged and I jumped back, a heart pounding, but Jacques was still asleep and nobody had entered the room. Heart practically entered my mouth as I read the alert on the screen. Alert! New data has been added to the human registry. Hana Mizuno. Did I do that? Me? Was it talking about me? I clicked the next button. Hana Mizuno. Gender, female. Hair, pink. Eyes, green. Personality, kind. Trustworthy, sweet. Emotional attachment, plus 23. Adjusting emotional attachment will override free will. Oh my god, no. Oh no, don't do it. Oh no, don't do it. 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 Did that mean I could adjust it? I glanced at Jacques, then back at the screen. Did that mean if I raised it, Jacques would have feelings for me? Could he even fall in love with me? No. I couldn't mess with that. That would be wrong. John trusted me. And how would anyone know if I altered it? Just a little bit. No one would be the wiser. I would be a lot happier and I could give Jacques the love and attention he deserved. I'd love even John couldn't give him. Yes. I shook my head. There's no way I could do that. That would be taking away Jacques' free will. That would be a crime. That would be completely awful of me. I put my hand on the mouse. That would be a terrible, terrible thing to do to someone. I slid it over the arrow. Oh my god! What is this face? Oh no! Oh, I don't want to do it! I don't want to do it! I wouldn't do that to a real person, so why would I do it to Jacques? I clicked the button. The numbers started rising. That would make me a bad person. I clicked again, and 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 again, again, and 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 again. I slammed the enter button. I wouldn't do such a thing. I'm a nice person. A good person. The box switched to a new form. Rather than lines and lines of script, there were simple snapshots of people's faces. PBG, Shane, Jimmy, John, and me. Adjustments registered. I smiled as the update continued, finishing rapidly now that this final change was implemented. I glanced over the page, reading the notes as the bar neared 99%. Then I froze. John Jafari. Gender, male. Hair, black. Eyes, brown. Personality, Jollive, creative. Caretaker, emotional attachment, plus 0. That couldn't be right. There was no way that was right. I looked at my own profile. Emotional attachment, plus 100. Holy shit, I hovered over this and the program dialog box popped up. New emotional attachments collective max, 100. She stole Jacques' love for everyone else. It's a shared pool. If it was for 100 for me, it couldn't give anything to John? Or anyone else for that matter? What did I?
Upgrade complete.
A blinding light filled the room and I covered my eyes. When I lowered them, Jacques' eyes were lit once again. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. Oh no 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 no. Jacques.
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 Hello, Hana.
Let me get you unplugged.
Thank you, Hana. That is very kind of you.
So far, he didn't seem very different. I reached underneath him, blushing furiously and staring defiantly at the wall in front of me and plugged the wires from underneath him. Upon doing so, Jacques fluttered his wings, then climbed up my sleeve to perch on my shoulder.
Thank you so much, Hana.
To my utter shock, he nuzzled himself against my ear.
You are my favorite human.
Jacques.
So wrong. Thank you, Jacques. I need to get you to John, though. You're late for theater practice.
It's worth being late if I get to spend time with you.
Oh my gosh, was I dreaming? There was no way something like this was real. A small part of me seemed to disagree with that thought. I was struggling as if there was something wrong. It was struggling as if there was something he wanted to tell me, as if there was something I wasn't paying attention to anymore. But I smiled. Jacques loved me now. It was the only thing I cared about. I walked into the theater, Jacques on my shoulder and heaven in my heart. John turned to face me as soon as I walked in, and his worried face immediately broke into a giant smile.
Hey!
Jacques, Hana! He ran to meet me as I walked down the steps, and we met halfway. I glanced past him. There were a few scorch marks dotting the stage, and otherwise all seemed well. Whenever a crisis occurred, John was able to stop in time. Thank you so much for doing this for me, Hana. I was worried sick since it was taking so long. I glanced at the clock on the wall. It had been gone for 30 minutes. It didn't take that long just to unplug him. It was strange. Regardless, I shrugged it off and smiled. It was nothing. Is she like losing time? John beamed and held out his hand. I looked at it blankly, not registering what he was trying to do. Come on, buddy, hop on. Jacques stared at the hand in front of him, then turned questioningly at me. John frowned. You can get kind of skittish sometimes after an upgrade. All the new functions must be like getting a new pair of glasses or something. Everything looks a bit different. He said this, but he looked concerned. I held up my hand to Jacques and he stepped to the edge of my finger. Go ahead, Jacques, it's okay. Jacques cocked his head to me, then stepped into John's hand.
Hello.
There we are, no problems here. Relief eased John's face.
It is good to see you again.
Yeah, it's good to see you too.
We must practice for the show.
John looked utterly bewildered. Yeah, we should. You're right. He frowned again, rubbing his chin thoughtfully. They didn't put an obedience chip in you, did they? You're usually not like this.
I am a happy birdie now.
Well, that's good, but... He glanced at me and shrugged as nonchalantly as I could. Was there anything weird happened during the upgrade? It should have been a routine maintenance update. I screwed at my face, trying hard to remember what happened in John's room. For some reason, I couldn't quite remember. I walked into the room, Jacques was there, and I touched him. And then... was there... Yeah, there was an alert or something on the computer. How did I not remember? It literally just happened. Maybe I was right and I was losing it. I think there was a pop-up or something, but I just said okay like you told me. Huh, then it should be fine. Maybe if you give it a few days, it'll get better? Yeah, I'll check the update notes on the website just in case. They usually provide a summary of what they mess with. I nodded, wringing my hands behind my back. Talking about Jacques like he was a piece of software really bothered me. Is it okay if he hears you talking about that? What? Yeah, of course, he knows there's a robot after all. Jacques' eyes flashed, but he said nothing. Anyways, we really need to get back to work. Thanks for doing this, Hana. It's a private rehearsal today, though I'll see you around tomorrow. Oh, I heard it saying for some reason tears stung my eyes, but I held them back. Yeah, no problem. I turned around and was about to leave when...
I want to go with Hana.
I froze in my tracks. Silence rang through the theater. What? I turned around. John was staring at Jacques as if he had never seen him before.
What?
What are you talking about? You're my little guy.
I want to spend time with Hana.
But we're best buddies. Jacques' eyes flashed as he said nothing. I stared from John to Jacques, horror mixing with elation within me, both fighting for expression. It was all I could do not to look pleased at this turn of events. Something told me John wouldn't take kindly to that. No, Jacques. John is your caretaker. John looks after you. Yeah, buddy.
I want to be taken care of by Hana now.
Jacques. This is really, really weird. I'm gonna have to look at the upgrade notes. I nodded, an airy feeling striking me. Go ahead. That sounds like a smart idea. John looked at me funny, but nodded. You be good with John, Jacques. I've got to do my homework for once. Right. I'll be seeing you, Hana. Hana, goodbye. I waved as I left the theater and stepped out into the damp, misty air. The door closed behind me and I took a deep breath. Then I broke into a dead sprint. Oh, I thought that was running faster. I needed to. I ran into John the next day in the hallway. Jacques pressed on his shoulder.
Hey.
Did you manage to take a look at the notes? He jumped and looked at me. Oh, Hana! He rubbed his beard, his hair sticking out everywhere. He hadn't properly shaved. It looked like he hadn't changed clothes since yesterday. Yeah, I looked over the notes. Everything seems normal. I couldn't find anything that could have caused a change.
Hana, I missed you.
Jacques.
Oh, Jacques, you're so sweet. John was staring at Jacques. Yeah, real sweet.
Oh,
Hana, if you'll excuse me. John disappeared down the hall, looking as though he'd seen a ghost. Is he okay? He looked really out of it. I'm sure he's fine. I hummed happily as we walked into the classroom. I think today will be a great day. Yeah, I'm sure it will. I plopped myself down next to John and immediately began telling Jacques about my day. So Miss Shizuka started ranting about another ex of hers.
Right?
Right? It was kind of sad, honestly. Hana, do you mind paying attention to everybody?
Hey, Hana.
Yeah, join us in the conversation. You and Jacques can talk privately some other time. I shot a glare at them, but turned to face the group. He smiled and started talking about some dumb tournament strategies. I leaned into John's shoulder, acting as if I was unaware of what I was doing. He stiffened beside me, but didn't move away. Not sure if he had the room to. In any case, Jacques noticed and crept from John's shoulder to my own. Jacques! Jacques! I smiled. Perhaps you'd rather talk with me than listen to this prattle?
That's exactly what I had in mind.
Then, if you don't mind, John? John stared at me in shocked silence. Can I take him, please? I mean...
Please, John?
Yeah, I guess, if you really want to go.
Yay!
Yay, see you later! This is the happiest I've seen Hana probably the entire game, and it is disconcerting. It is not okay on any level, especially with what I know is happening. Jacques and I spent a lunch hour soaking in the sun together, enjoying each other's company. What had ever made me feel so special, so whole? I didn't ever want to give this feeling up. There was a knock on our door that night. When I opened it, I found John on the other end. Jacques wouldn't go to sleep unless I let him come tell you goodnight.
Jacques.
Jacques, that's so sweet.
I couldn't rest until I knew you were safe, Hana.
Well, good night, Jacques. I gave him a light pat on the head. He shoved his head under his wing, clearly embarrassed. John stared at Jacques. I have never seen him do that before.
Good night, Hana. I wish you the best recharge possible. I wish I could be with you tonight.
He looked at John, then looked at me. Well, that'll be rough, buddy. You're coming back with me tonight.
You're cruel.
Haha, jokester like always.
I wasn't joking.
Anyways, see you later, Hana.
Bye.
Right, night. I closed the door, absolutely glowing. Jacques was so sweet. After class that day, John approached me with shaking hands.
Hana.
Hana. Sounded like he was gonna cry. What was wrong? I stared at his throat and began again. He cleared his throat. I stared at what? Hana, it's come to attention that I might not be the best person for Jacques right now. He seemed like he would rather, for whatever reason, he would rather have you taking care of him. He choked back a sob. So, he held up his hand to his shoulder and Jacques popped onto it. Because I love him, I want to do what makes him happy.
Hana!
John.
Oh, John! I looked at Jacques and placed him on my own shoulder. John looked away for a moment. This is wonderful news! You'll have to come to my room still to charge him. I can't move the docking station, because I've had it specially designed with the Academy's electrical systems in mind. There's no other place on this campus that has enough power to charge Jacques, so that's that. Okay. I'll still get to see him every once in a while. I'll bring him around to see you, sure. Not. I keep hearing something. Thank you so much, John, but not right now. Jacques and I have some other things to do, don't we, Jacques?
You read my mind.
See you later.
See ya, John. John watched us go. I took one last glance at him before I turned the corner. He'd crumpled. He was staring at the floor, expressionless. He looked like a broken man. I giggled. Served him right.
No.
Why? Oh, crap! Hon, I forgot today we were going to practice in uniform instead of just our gym clothes. I left them in the dorm room. I don't want to be late for practice. Do you think we can go grab them for me? Why should I do that? I balked. It would really help me out? I don't know, you jack. Not now that I have Jacques. Wow. Okay. Hana, you've been really strange ever since you went on that flower festival date. I clapped my hands in front of her face, shocking her into silence. I don't want to hear it. Don't bother me with your problems, okay? I've got to go. But...
This is so stupid.
Fine! She shoved past me and broke into a sprint towards our dorm. Now then, where did you want to go this time, Jacques? Well, this is new. I glanced at my watch and giggled. Definitely by this time class has started. I bet they're all wondering where I've gone, Miss Shizuka especially. But you can't work hard every day. Life is for the living, right, Jacques?
Of course, Hana. You couldn't be more right.
Jacques,
what would I ever do without you?
I don't want to even imagine the possibility.
I giggled. So, do you want to go see a movie? Hana, I really think you should consider giving Jacques back to John.
No!
Who the hell do you think you are?
What?
What? You think you're some super idealistic foreign exchange student that can just waltz in here and tell me how to live my life? You don't know anything about me, or Jacques, or even John.
No!
Why are you acting like you know best? I think you're overreacting a little. If anything, I'm not reacting enough. Don't you show your face to me ever again, or I'll make sure you regret it. Okay, this is getting really intense really fast. I looked out the window and gasped. Oh no, the cherry blossom petals have all fallen off the trees already. How is that possible? It's only been a few days. I glanced at the calendar on my desk and balked. Or weeks! I haven't been to class in forever. Jacques, we weren't able to see the cherry blossom petals together. Now they're gone.
There's always next year, Hana. I won't leave your side.
Jacques started charging in John's room and I watched him pitifully. Do you miss him? Eh? He looked at me in shock then nodded. I do. Jacques' my best friend. He's been through some terrible times and he's seen me through some terrible times and that really sucks. It would probably be nice to have him back, wouldn't it? That would mean more to me than anything else on this earth. Jacques finished charging. His eyes flashed.
Hana!
Sucks to be you, John. Jacques popped on my shoulder. We walked out of the room. Oh my god. Time started going faster and faster. With each passing hour, I felt less and less like I belonged to Hana Mizuno. More and more like I belonged to Jacques. Together we were one. Together we could defeat anything and anyone who stood in our way. How far are we? Flunking! Jacques. Oh my god, we've only done like 2 scenes and it's been like 16 minutes. I was up late one night talking to Jacques and ignoring Mai, who lay in her bed with her headphones on. There was a knock on the door. Jacques cocked his head at me and I sighed. I guess I'll have to answer it. I shot a dirty look at the back of Mai's head, then answered the door. To my surprise, Miss Shizuka stood in the doorway. Can I help you? She looked at me in utter shock. Miss Mizuno, is there a reason you haven't been coming to class? I haven't been feeling well. Really? Because I checked with Mr. Mipasa and he hasn't heard anything from you either. She glanced at me with worry in her eyes and I stared back. May I come in? I mean, I guess so. I stepped aside unwillingly. She thanked me and crossed my bed, then patted the blanket beside her. Come, sit down. I frowned and did as I was told. It was strange sitting there with Shizuka. I hadn't had much contact with adult women since my mother died. Whoa! I think that's the first time we legitimately heard that her mom died. That's interesting. Plot. I wonder if there are things that contradict each other in the different routes. Like if in some stories her dad does one thing, in some stories her dad does another thing. I think her mom is pretty consistently dead. That's not something I ever thought I'd say. It wasn't something I usually thought about. I was sitting next to her, the warmth of her body beside me reminded me of my mother. It was a comfortable feeling, a loving feeling. I held back tears as Shizuka put her arm around me. Hana, I don't know what's wrong, but I would like to help you. If something has upset you or if someone has been hurting you, you can tell me. I will do everything in my power to protect you. I won't tell a soul. She grabbed my shoulders and she rubbed my shoulders as I stared down at my feet, carefully avoiding Jacques' perch. Has anyone been doing anything to hurt you? Has anyone been threatening you? Yeah. Theo's been making noises. Then are you feeling okay? I started to nod, then shrugged my non-Jacques shoulder. She continued to rub my back, apparently waiting for me to say something. I feel off kilter. What do you mean? What do you mean? There are entire chunks of my memory that I have blacked out. I can't remember anything. I can't remember those things anymore. I don't just care about anything. And I just don't care about anything around me. I couldn't care less. The days go by and I lose track of them. It's endless. Everything is endless. I don't even see the lines between day and night anymore. It's all just one big endless tunnel. Nothing matters except... I stopped. Can I really tell her about Jacques? Tell her. No. No matter how much I wanted to confide in Shizuka, I couldn't. I'm in love with a bird. I'm in love with a robot. These were sentences I could never say no matter how obvious they became to those around me. These were sentences I was ashamed to admit were true. I was scum. I barely deserved to live in the same world as Jacques. There was no way anyone would be able to understand. But as long as Jacques was still with me, still by my side, I didn't have to worry about it. It didn't matter how I felt or what was going on with me. Jacques mattered. That was all. Hana, it's clear you're struggling. Would you like to come talk to the school psychiatrist? I shrugged. Shizuka stared at the floor, then sighed. There was something else I came here to say. According to school policy, if you do not raise your grades, you will flunk out of Asagao Academy. You worked so hard to come to this academy. Surely you must have had a reason, some dream you wanted to reach. My reason? To avoid the pits of hell. Did that count as a reason? To escape the people who were making my life a misery. Something fluttered at the back of my mind. There was something else, wasn't there? Some kind of hope I had? Which wasn't safe here, was it? I could just... try to reach it emotionally? Try to reach out for it. There was some sort of light feeling, something like hope. But as soon as I realized that, it melted out of my grasp. It was too late in any case. I shook my head. Shizuka sighed and stood. I can't make you care, Hana. Only you can do that. Now she was standing, the cold fluttered to my side, and I shivered. I'm sorry. No, don't be. She smiled. I still believe in you, Hana. Please come to me if you ever need anything. She showed herself out. I collapsed into my bed, shoving my head into the pillow. For the first time in a long while, I felt something other than manic excitement. Sadness. I felt sad. I thought there was something wrong, right? Tiny pinpricks darted over my back, then something sharp hit my head. Jacques.
Don't worry, Hana. I care about you.
Jacques. My heart started beating faster and I smiled. That's right. As long as I had Jacques, I didn't need to worry. Not about anything. I sat with Jacques on my knee, staring deeply into his eyes. Actually, we're gonna end the episode here. Boy. Brainwashed. Do I, like, realize how wrong something is with my brain now? Oh, we're getting close. We're getting close to the end. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments about how this is gonna end. This is a really weird chapter, and I don't know what's gonna happen to Hana. Like, really weird stuff is happening. I realized I did this, and I was like, I want to keep talking. So, like, is she gonna go completely insane? Like, is she gonna snap and start killing everybody? Something gonna happen to Jacques? I really hope nothing happens to Jacques. That'd just be sad. But I hope Jacques does get fixed. Like, I hope he gets his free will back. Thank you so much for watching. I'll check you guys in the next video.